So yeah, let's go spices there. And I mean, for 2 listening posts, that's absolutely worth it. At least with Innerand it is. Okay, let's do this. Let's give it a shot. Let's get good. I am the gamer under development, and this is Endless Legends Symbiosis. We are playing with the ELCP, and we are the Morgawr. And folks, this is what we loaded into, as I was suggesting. This war fatigue begins to annoy and impoverish us. I think we can think of better things to do with our wealth. Yeah, you can. Just let me make sure that you don't control those oceans right quick, and I will totally give you peace. Unfortunately, right now, they do control that facility, but this one is green now. Whoa, does that mean the cultists just took it? Oh man, are you kidding me? The cultists who have all of the Urkans just took this ocean, which is why they killed our other units right there. So that means if we want to take that ocean, we will be fighting them for it, which seems like a really bad idea. We could write that ocean off as a loss, which is unfortunate. Or we could seek out allies to go to war with us against the cultists later, which is definitely a good idea, or a good possibility. The catch-22 to all of this is that we need to control this other facility before we make peace if we want to lock it in and make it so they can't take that back. And that's absolutely our goal. The other option, though, is to just heavily defend this fortress. If we can heavily defend this fortress right here, then we'll kind of be okay. So what I might do is start sending our Vor up that way. Yeah, let's take a look at the upgrades for our Vor, though. Leader Enemy Boss did say that there are hydrofoil upgrades to the Vor that could increase their movement speed. So let's take a look at that. We've got improved movement 1 from this one. It does take a very large amount of strategic resources, though, kind of more than I'm willing to dedicate to that necessarily. However, a fast-moving Vor unit could be really, really nice. That's gonna eat pretty much all of our titanium and glass steel. I mean, if we were to do a full army. So I think what we'll do here is we can upgrade this one Vor that we're using right now and give him... I wonder if we eventually get, like, tiered upgrades that are not using strategics for that or something. I doubt it. I'm very inexperienced with the naval side of this, guys. I will never tell you that that is my expertise. This one gives guard, this one gives title mastery. Both of those are potentially interesting. What does title mastery do? Reduces movement costs on coastal waters. So that essentially helps us out with movement a lot as well. Guard here, though, will give us +2 morale when garrisoned in a fortress, which is actually ideal for what we're going after. So if we really wanted to dedicate a lot of strategics to our units, we could do that. Instead, what I'm going to end up doing, though, is probably these. Fomorian Slayer maybe not the best thing here. I mean, we're not really going up against Fomorians that much. Let's potentially look at improved vision instead. Yeah, that's good. Let's go with that. We do have 183 dust. We probably won't be able to afford to retrofit. Oh no, we can. That's actually not so bad. Okay, so we've just retrofit this Vor. He should have a little bit more movement and also potentially more movement on the coast. Did we go with that? No, we didn't actually go with that. It is only going to take him roughly, what, 3 turns to get out there now instead of like 4 or 5 before? That's fine. I just want to get him out to that facility and get him in there so that we can make peace here and go after that last facility at our leisure. Okay. We have more Vor coming out there, we have more Vor coming out there, and these guys, if I'm not mistaken, we're getting ready to build towards the ocean with, which is a very good thing for us. Getting pearls here is also a good thing for us. We do have the Abbey of Anomalies now, and that is probably one of my favorite improvements in the game, so we're gonna definitely push for more pearls here. In fact, are there any on our land? No, there are not. Okay, so it looks like a lot of them have already been scooped up. Man, the pearl gathering is for real in ELCP. The AI are on top of it. Let's talk to them and see what they're willing to do. They are very happy to give us a truce. Okay, I can live with that on one condition. I want one of these. I believe it is Innerand that I want. Could also be Chadun, though. Let me check our quest real quick. Capture all the fortresses in Innerand. No, so we need the Innerand one. That's actually... If we can trade them for that Innerand fortress, I absolutely will. Yo, that's what we want, and we will give you... We don't have anything to give them, really. I mean, apparently if we give them all of our grass silk, they're down for that. Yo, that's perfect. I love this deal. Hold on, we can get more, though. We can get more. Actually, if we get Chadun Bastion North, that gives us a foothold in another thing. But in order to do that, we're going to have to give them more of our luxuries here. They very much value spices, it would seem. So yeah, let's go spices there. And I mean, for 2 listening posts, that's absolutely worth it. At least with Innerand, it is. Okay, let's do this. Let's give it a shot. We do need to get people out to defend Chadun immediately, because that's going to be the one that's at risk. Now that you have taken over this fortress, you have gained control of an entire ocean. Your empire now includes both its vast, dangerous expanses and its enviable treasure. Controlling all the fortresses of an ocean increases the resources generated by facilities, the dust and science incomes from trade routes crossing the ocean, and the vision range of fortresses. Awesome. You've encountered a new minor faction, the Sisters of Mercy. Excellent. So, what I'm going to do here now is we are going to look. So, as you can see, Innerand is now part of our thing, and we do control this fortress in Chadun, which is great because I was going to start working towards this region next anyway. And that also means that this army doesn't necessarily need to go here next turn. However, I still think it is a good idea for them to do that, just because if we have them come out here, we can put our hero on them, he'll increase their movement, and we can move them all over here to Chadun and finish capturing that. As far as this region goes, if we want it, we're going to have to fight the cultists for it, and the cultists have all the Urkans. However, because we control everything on our... Well, we don't. Soon. Actually, we should take care of that this turn too, is putting down our settler. Now, I think we looked at it and we liked it right up here. But I want to make sure that we can't go somewhere here and get similar results. Mainly just because... we do have some nice strategic resources down here. We can't gather them yet, I don't think, though, so it's not that big of a deal. Oof, bad production there, but everything else was great. Wow, 20 food and 2 production there. So the 20 food there actually makes it kind of tempting, but it's not tempting enough. I still think this is our best bet right here. Yeah, 15, 8, 12, 8's pretty good. 5 turns, so ridiculous to get over these stupid mountains. That is just way, way too long. And there's like no way down here, I don't think. I mean, maybe we could go down right there, can we? We can. Okay, so if we were to go there, we could probably get there in a lot less than 5 turns, I think. Also, I'm not sure if we've done this, but I think we were gonna move back our settler and upgrade it because it didn't have the movement increase gear. Yeah, so we'll do that too. All in all, this is a great turn for us, though. Getting those ocean regions is amazing, and it should complete our faction quest, at least the part of it we're on right now. Wham bam, thank you. That was actually so good, guys. Like, I knew they were gonna want peace soon, I just didn't know that it was gonna be that soon and that they were gonna be willing to trade us that much in peace, because that was huge. That was just huge. Please note that the terms have been declared. Fine print is like that. Okay, you guys suck, but guess what? I have another deal for you. Oh, I want you to remove that, and if you don't... forget it. I have a better solution to this. Fine, you guys want to be like that? Be like that. Do we have the black spot on them? If not, can we put it on them? No, I don't want to trade with them. I want to declare the black spot on them. We must already have it on them. No? Yeah, we don't have it on them. I wonder if our truce prevents us from black spotting them. It does. It does. That's really dumb that our truce prevents us from black spotting them, but it doesn't prevent them from market banning us. Like, that seems kind of bullcrap to me. I'm just saying. Yeah, get over there and garrison up. You guys should be able to move out to the water this turn. You, our beloved hero, should be able to come down and potentially join them. I don't think we can assign him here yet. We can't. He hasn't been on cooldown long enough. But we can move them over here, get him a little bit closer, and then he can join up with them next turn. These settlers, we're going to move in here. We're going to retrofit them to get that extra movement. And then we're going to take them over here to get down rather than going all the way around and through the water. That being said, if we had a Dust Eclipse here, it would actually make sense to send them down through the water. So that is a Vor 2, not a Vor 3. We can retrofit him to give him a little bit more speed, which isn't a terrible idea here. I think we're going to do that. And then we'll send him up as well. He's going to be defending our naval facilities here. I'm going to do the same thing with this one over here. The reality is if anybody goes to war with us right now and goes after them, we're going to have trouble. So in fact, yeah, let's send those two over there, and then I'll send... You know what? Actually, it makes more sense to send these guys over here. I'm gonna send this guy over here. And this guy probably as well, too. Just because it'll be easier for us to defend this. We have 2 ports over here than it will be for us to defend this. We don't have any ports over here just yet. Very soon we will, but right now we do not. Elm Chaya is done with everything that they can potentially build right now, which is unfortunate. However, that does mean we can put them all into food and get a new population next turn. We may even be able to pull some of them out of... Nope. We can pull one of them out of food and put it in something else. We are 5 turns from an empire plan. Let's go ahead and throw that in influence for right now. Let's check our other cities as well. Currently, we have 56 influence. If we switch everybody we have into influence... Let's see where we're at then. Actually, I want to see if we get a pop there. We won't. Okay. I always check for a pop, guys. Getting another pop is a multiplicative effect. It's the best use of population you can have if it's going to get you a pop next turn. In my opinion. That is just my opinion. I could be wrong. There are people way better at this game than I am. So 126 influence being generated per turn. Now, if we wanted to get up to, say, that, we would need 900. In 5 turns, we can generate maybe 650, roughly. Maybe a little bit more. We already have 50. That'd get us to about 700 if we put everything into it right now. Do we have access to the luxury oh, we don't have access to anything on the market because they market banned us. What a bunch of jerks. Okay, so that being an issue for us means we need to reconsider some of the things we're doing here. Actually, this unit looks really, really phenomenal now. I think I'm gonna put that in before this reaping station right here. Yeah. We're gonna get this unit and we're gonna get meritocratic promotion before we get the reaping stations. And the reason for that is we end up not building units a lot because we're busy building improvements, but right now all of our improvements are pretty much built. So what I want to do is double down on that for a little bit by just getting more things that don't require us to build improvements, which will allow us to have these open production queues so that we can build stuff like rumbler units and things like that to help us sort of get going. Now, that being said, it's really unfortunate that this particular city doesn't have water access yet because they would be great to pump out ships right now. And instead, we're just kind of stuck in this position where, like, there's not a whole lot we can do with them, and that's kind of sad. I suppose we could actually, you know what? That's what we can do. We're gonna make a Rumbler defensive garrison for every one of our cities. That should be a nice way that they can use that production and help protect us because we are going to war rather frequently at this point, and I don't think that's gonna slow any in the near future. Oh, hey, we have another Vor here. Yes, absolutely do retrofit that Vor for me, please. And then, Mr. Vor, I'm gonna have you go down here. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Oh, those are fire ships. Look at that army from the Ardent Mages. That's crazy. Also up there, that army, that is just massive. Wow, look at how much... We need to potentially... Well, I guess we are researching the other unit, the Leviathan. That's probably our best bet for competing with those fire ships. I wonder if the production cost on those is 75. This is almost double the production cost. And like, the health is relatively similar, the attack isn't that different, we get slightly more speed. It does have rapid mutation and intimidation aura. I wonder if that's gonna be worth it compared to just pumping out cheap fire ships like they're doing and, you know, sending them en masse. We're probably gonna lose this facility. That's just a reality right now, which is kind of sad, but there's not a lot we can do about it either. Let's move this Borough Streets up to the top here, potentially. No, I mean, we're 2 turns out from that other Vor. That's probably better. Is there any way we can get that down to 1 without removing too much influence? No. No, we are losing... There we go. I mean, we just lost a considerable amount of influence there, though, doing that. And I think I'd rather have the influence at this point. We'll do this. That's fine. I'm so irritated that they market banned us, though. Like, they made peace with us and everything was cool, and then they market banned us, and the worst part is we don't get to black spot them. Like, that's ridiculous. That the truce allows them to market ban us, but does not allow us to black spot them is a joke. We see that you two... Whoa. Seek the bounties of Auriga's pearls. Yes, we do. Yes, we do. Oh, goody. That's not gonna go well. Yeah, we just lost Shadoon very, very easily there. So that's gonna be trouble, because now we have to figure out how we're gonna deal with that, and I think the best means we have, really, is this land unit army that's gonna be reinforced by our hero. Essentially. Hey, can you... Why are you unable to move? You have movement, I know you do. Not enough movement points to transfer the selected unit. I'm not even sure how that makes sense. He can move right there. He can get there. He can do it. I don't understand the problem. Whatever. I'm gonna have our hero scoop up some pearls, since he apparently can't join them. Which doesn't make any sense to me whatsoever. Oh, but we can just assign him there, so that works. That's fine. They did not get any additional movement from that, though, which is kind of irritating, but whatever. Yeah, you need to get over there and garrison quickly. We do have enemies in the waters, and they are not being patient. Get over there. Okay. So with this army, we should have a little bit more movement now, or this navy, rather. We should have a little bit more movement now. It's really not that much more movement, though, sadly. Like, 1 more rank of Ingenious Admiral will add 1 more movement. So they're at 5.3 right now. And I wonder if that is because of the movement of the units. Now, all the units have 6. The hero has 6. So why we're at 5.3 is kind of beyond me, but I'm sure there's a reason for it. Like, it's probably because we lose a speed in the water or something crazy like that that I don't know about. It could also be a winter effect now that I think about it. The population of Elmchaya has grown to 6. Excellent. That means we should be able to build that burrow we need to get water access right now. Oh, beautiful. So yeah, we'll put that right there because we're gonna need it to get that water access. We are growing in 2 turns now because Elmchaya is a lava region and we are in winter, or we're gonna lose pop in 1 unless we put 1 person there, which is gonna buy us 35 turns, which is perfect. Let's do that. Let's also get an adamantium extractor going here. And I'm gonna bump those to the top because those are actually way, way more important than our Rumbler armies. The Rumbler armies are more a thing we're doing just to sort of have some defensive units. Let's go ahead and grab that pearl. We'll move in for that pearl as well, and then afterwards we will... Well, actually, we can probably just do this. Yeah, sure, that works. Settle there. It's still gonna be a few turns. We probably really didn't end up shaving any turns off by moving him back and giving him that movement speed boost. Like, you know, hindsight being 20/20, I think we maybe didn't gain much from that at all. That's okay, though. Mistakes were made, we will recover. Vor, and Burrow Streets, that's fine. Vor here, we do need Palladian, excellent. Just trying to make sure all of our extractors are up and running. Is that an adamantium right there? Do we have adamantium in our capital? I think we do. We do indeed, that's awesome. Okay, so we have a source for adamantium and palladium now, which is great, potentially allowing us to out-tech our enemies. Not entirely sure if that's gonna be as useful as I thought, or as I think, or if it's gonna be as effective as I think either. But it could be. I mean, we could end up very much getting ahead on tech like that. The reality is it depends on how much of those we're bringing in, which is something I'll have to look at next turn, because we're only getting like 1.5 of glass, steel, and titanium, which is not enough to really do anything with. And while we're at it, this is winter, there are pearls. I'm gonna pop these armies out and have them go pearl gathering. Go get it, boy. You too, Rumbler, you're up next. And you're gonna go over this way, I think. Excellent. Ah, you're gonna go up there. So yeah, we're gonna run around and grab as many pearls as we can with those guys just to try to help us get enough pearls for some abbeys of anomalies. That would be phenomenal in this city. Getting an abbey... Oh, look at that. We already have the pearls, guys. We already have the pearls. Where can we place it? We can place it right there. And what that's going to do is it's going to double basically all the FIDs generated by that tile. And this tile generates FIDs of every type, so that's good on its own right there. But when you consider that that is... Does this gain much from being leveled up? It does not. So it's just really good. It doesn't give much for leveling it up, but it is still really, really good. So we're going to build it right there to help this region become even more of a powerhouse region. Like, this region, when it's ready, is just going to be nuts, guys. Just going to be absolutely nuts. I'm still very irritated by the way that they screwed us over here. Wow, we are losing so much dust. How? How are we losing that much dust? From hero upkeep, from military upkeep. Yeah, that military upkeep is really starting to weigh down on us. So we'll have to... Oh, that's because we just ungarrisoned all these dudes to go search for things. Weak sauce. And I was sending this one over to search for the pearl that they're already going to grab. I might just send him back. Let's send him up this way. We'll send him up this way, and we can potentially find some pearls over here, too. Yeah, and in that case, he can go after that, and you can go over there. Okay. So we are going to lose a bunch of dust this turn. It just is what it is. We'll figure out a way to negate that next turn. I'm not going to worry about it just yet. I mean, we have to worry about it this turn. But that's still not necessarily a bad thing. Like, there's enough methods for us to raise our dust output that it's not a big deal. Why, hello there. You seem to be in our space. I would love to hit you, but I don't think the game will let me. Yeah, see, I would need to declare war on you again. Oh, okay, cool. I was like, I didn't click the wrong button there, did I? So let's show location on this. We're obviously not going to win this fight. Like, it is such an overwhelming advantage to them, it's not even funny. I'm going to retreat here, and then we'll probably try to pull that vor back. Or... we could just do this. Oh, he won't have enough... Wait, how is that? He didn't use his action this turn. He should have an action point left. I guess it takes it if you retreat. That's kind of garbage, but whatever. Alright. Let's go ahead and send him right here. Can they attack him if he's in our territory without declaring war? I don't think they can. I think that's how that whole trick works. So I'm going to send him over there where they can't attack him without declaring war, and then we're going to reinforce him with this guy. Unfortunately, we're not going to be able to upgrade that guy to move faster because we just don't have the resources right now. Okay, everybody move. Move your course, please. Do the things that you have been told to do already. Excellent. So we will have this city next turn for sure. This guy's going to go ahead and grab some pearls over here. This guy's going to grab these 2 sets of pearls here. Beautiful. And then... everybody else seems okay, right? Right. This naval unit we do want to do some things with. We're going to start sending them this way. I am curious how this unit will perform with the Ingenious Admiral buffs. Like, those are supposed to be kind of a big thing, so I'm really heavily depending on those to do their job. I don't know that they will. We'll find out when we get down here and really get into it. Okay. So that's fine, you guys are making more vor. I appreciate that. Do all the vor things. And you, sir, can go right over here to defend that place, please. Okay. Next up is this last vor who's just kind of recovering. Can't make it there fast enough to go after it in one turn, or I would have sent him. I would have totally sent him down there to mess with them. Because the reality is, if we take this and it has 0 defenses right now, it prevents them from being able to, actually, that's not a bad idea. If he can get there in one turn, he can probably get to that thing within the next turn, potentially before these guys can get him. We just want to take control of that so that they can't take control of this whole region and force a war if we want to take that. That's our goal, is essentially to stifle them taking that region. Okay. Oh, whoops, forgot. We have to deal with our dust issue. So to deal with that, what we're going to do is... move some pop into dust. Wow, move a lot of pop into dust. So looking at this, 7 influence, 9 and 6, so that's actually more influence there. And the least amount of influence is being generated in this region, so if we could generate dust out of here to prevent that, that's probably the best bet. Especially if we want to maintain our influence gains as much as we possibly can here, which is what we want to do. Okay, that should work perfectly. Here we go. Are we not happy anymore? No, we're fervent right now, so it's not a happiness issue. And we have 1.5 adamantium coming in. We would like more than that for sure. We do have some trade routes right now. It's between Ramph and Shirel alone because they're the only cargo piers. I forget what they're called. Cargo docks. Wow, I'm that bad at life, guys. That bad at life. All right, let's go ahead and end our turn. We do have 10 pearls here, not quite enough to do anything with, but we're getting closer, which means we can place another Abbey of Anomalies for a different city. The Abbey of Anomalies, one of those buildings that doesn't necessarily fall in line with where we're building or how we're building, so there may be some issues there, but they're honestly worth those issues. Leviathans are now ready. The question is whether the base Leviathans that are still double the cost of a fire ship are going to be sufficient. My oh my, look at what the roving clans are doing. They have naval vessels everywhere right now. That's crazy. Like, I feel like they're gearing up for a new naval war with us. That is very much what that looks like. Which means that realistically we should be gearing up for a new naval war with pretty much everyone at this point, which is fine because that's what we were going to do with the Leviathans anyway. So let's go take a look at the Leviathans. Let's see if we can give them some good gear, but also not, Submersible Slayer. What does that do? ×2 attack against submerged units, plus 10% damage dealt to submerged units. Okay, so we're not so worried about submerged units yet, because I don't know that the enemy really has those. This is a little bit better to both the target and the attacker. Oh, okay, so it does hit people next to it. So we want to be careful when we're using groups of these because of that. That can kind of do damage to our own units, so we'll have to be a little bit more careful about placement in the future. We're going to go ahead and buy the cheapest stuff for these slots. Actually, this one is health and armor, and this one is initiative. Initiative is, in my opinion, much more valuable. Title mastery there is something that would be useful, but not necessarily worth the commitment of glass steel. So instead, we're going to go for... probably improve vision, or nothing. Actually, we're going to leave those off, because they don't really offer enough benefit for the cost right now. Yeah, that's fine. Cheap ships. That's what these are. They're the cheapest ships we can kind of throw at them, minus adding a little bit of acid spray to that. So let's go ahead and see how long it's going to take for... Oh, wait a minute, we have options. We can build the Abbey of Anomalies here. Oh, and it actually does fall in line with some of the stuff we're doing. This looking to be a better location in my opinion, since it will double all of that production and science output right there, which is nice. Versus this one, which does not have production and science. It does have production and dust, though. I'm gonna go here, though, because those numbers are a lot higher, which means when it gets doubled, it's gonna be a lot higher. And then we will start to put those Leviathans in queue and see how many turns they would take fresh. So 3 turns to pop out one of those Leviathans without us being focused in production. That's really not that bad. But it's not great either. We'd like them to be coming out 1 a turn at least if we want to kind of catch up with our enemies, because they do have the massive ships over us. So we're going to go over here and try to grab that pearl as well. We would love to build another Abbey of Anomalies in our Shirel region. And if I'm not mistaken, this turn we should be settling a new region. Oh, that's a bad idea, Good. Why did you do that? We are 2 turns out from the Empire plan, and we just raised our Empire plan cost for everything, because I am really, really bad at life. That was a huge mistake. Don't do that, guys. Don't do that. There are much better ways to do that than what I just did. So now we're at a dust deficit again. I got too excited and basically messed myself up. Oh, gosh. No, we can't do that. Guess you guys are done doing influence for a while. We have 16 turns of losing dust to be okay. We do have a new assimilation option, although none of them are very appetizing. Actually, this assimilation option isn't great right now. This one actually might be okay. The additional speed would be nice. But I think if we drop that, we're also going to lose access to those Ursi's units, which is kind of a pain because we've done a lot with them already, and it doesn't make sense to kind of throw them away like that. Okay, Mr. Rumbler, I'm gonna have you come get that thing now. That's fine. And then you, Mr. Vor, are fine. Just I don't feel like he's healing, and if he is, he's not healing very much here, which is sort of disturbing in and of itself. I would like him to be healing a lot more than that so that we can actually do something with him. But that could also be a winter effect. I should have paid better attention to the winter effects. Here we go. Winter effects. -1 battle movement on flying units from winter. -1 vision. Minus a lot of things, guys. Minus a lot of things. I am not seeing minuses to health regen, though. So I'm not sure if naval units just don't regen health the same way land units do, or what. All I am sure about is that this was a huge mistake. I really should not have done what I did here. This was a bad move on my part. But it is what it is. We're going to have to run with it, and we're going to have to make it work, so I'm going to do that. And in order to do that, the first thing we want to do is get our production improvements done. So we're going to go mill foundry into the canal systems. Although canal systems are going to take so long, they're not going to finish until summer anyway when they'd be useful. We could also do the Guaran thing, which will only take 3 turns and will give us an extra pop. So we're going to do that. And then after the Guaran thing, we could do a cargo docks here, which will increase a lot of our gains in general. And we'll put it right... Like, it almost doesn't matter, because no matter where we place it here, it's still not gonna... We're still not gonna necessarily be able to make our city level 2 based on where I place this, because I am dumb. Because there's no way for us to build another naval, district, I don't think. I should have thought about that. That was actually really, really bad on my part. Oh boy, I made a lot of mistakes this episode, guys. I made a lot of mistakes. I had the best intentions. We're not gonna do that. That takes way too long right now. So do these, though. Huh. I guess next we'll do canal systems. And then we'll come back and revisit this and see what we need after that. Oi, I made a lot of mistakes. Okay. That's fine. Ending the turn. Why did I do that? I got so excited to finally found that city that we had, like, been trying to found for so long that I didn't think about whether I should. And the answer was I shouldn't have. Founding that city was a massive, massive mistake. Hey, we finally got credit. Oh yeah, because we have to control it for 5 turns. So we got 20 red saying for that. Learn to control an oceanic region. The great watery world should belong to you. Seek the treasures and face the fears of the deep by exploring ruins. So we need to search all the ruins in Indurand and its neighbor Yulin, and we will get 15 mithrite for that, which is pretty decent. Glimpse of a new era. Somebody else has reached a new scientific era, which gives us access to these new things. Unfortunately, though, we are out of time for this episode, guys. If you think I'm terrible at the game, click the like button down below. I'm just playing. I am, though. I wish I had thought more about the decisions I made before I made them, but like I said, I got caught up in the we can do it and didn't think about we should do it. Anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed the episode. If you want to see more of my terrible 4X play or any of the other great content here on the channel, go ahead and click that subscribe button and make sure to ding that bell notification, because every time you ding that bell notification, I get a reminder. It like shocks me internally to actually think before I do things. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye!